Well, hello everyone and welcome. This is Jackie G and
Jackie P.
Jackie B. We are here as your host today for your May Make It Happen Leader Meeting. This is your leader workshop. This is all about action planning. So when we do this meeting today, this workshop and networking group and sharing time, we're going to have two segments. Part one is going to be Reco. Part two is going to be just for you. Are you set up for spring and summer success? This is a critical time to be prepared as summer leads into vacations and people being busy and the kids at home and all the joy we love of that fabulous season. Yet you want business to grow as par normal. So it is a time to really set some clear goals, take action. May is pivotal for building attendance at convention. May is pivotal to making sure they've got systems in place for a successful summer so that when we come back in the fall for holiday and anniversary, OMG, it's going to be lit up. So again, we are thrilled to have you with us, leaders. It is you that brings us the joy of what we do every single day. And we couldn't be more proud of the joy that the month of April brought us. So there's a lot on this screen because there's that much to celebrate. So I want to kick this off first, then I'll turn it over to Jack. But I wanted to start with what happened in April. You know, there's 7 regions, 5 Hispanic, 2 English, for those of you that might be new leaders at your first leader meeting. But we have 4 goals that we celebrate each and every month, or we strive to. Goal 1 is number that we hit our sales/orders goal completely. Second is the number of orders hitting their number of leaders hitting their number of branch orders goals for the month. 3 is the number of new consultants we sponsor in the United States to grow this base and grow your future, but most importantly, their future. And then number 4, the number of new leaders. Without new leaders, nothing grows. So all about planting seeds in the Bloom Garden last month. This month is all about dreaming big because April was huge. Big, big, big. I hope you're all cashing in those commissions and loving it. So let's do some celebration. The national goal for number of orders to hit 100%. Look at this. Gen East with 133% to their number of orders goals. They hit their goal. Gen West, 107%. We hit our goal. Combined, look at that. We surpassed it completely at about 118% combined. We did it. And look at this to the right here. 83% of the other regions achieved their goal. So yeah, rocked it. You did huge. You went big, big. So we always do winners when we achieve our goal because we both hit our goal and we hit national. We want to honor Phyllis Luther, Emily Ruth Sachs, and Mary Machias, who earned our gift in our drawing from all of you that, again, achieved goals. So congrats. Then we celebrate the national goal. Did 66% of our leaders achieve their central branch number of orders goals? As you know, we send that out about every 7 to 10 days. Well, our goal nationally is 66%. If you combine us, we did hit that. And we want to say thank you because Gen East hit 73%. They surpassed their goal. Sorry, that word's so close. I should have edited that. That's my bad. They did it. They did it. They did it. Gen West, you were at 58%. We were so smoking close, but we want to say congrats because look over here, 44% on average of the other regions, and look at your stats. So we have 2 winners we want to congratulate because combined we hit national, and then Gen East had their own drawing because they hit theirs. So we have Kristen Reed and Linda Potter-Lint. Congratulations, you're going to have treats in the mail. And here's the best news. Our favorite one, right, Jack? Not quite.
I'm so
excited. Know. There's 2 that we love. The last 2 are our very favorite, and that is new consultants. Our goal is 150. We haven't hit it yet this year, and we did it. Together, we had 194 new qualified consultants. So I'm going to be Vicki and lose my voice here. That makes my heart so incredibly happy. We did it, Jack. Woo! No, we didn't.
No,
you
did it. They didn't.
You we didn't did it. You did it. So the we is all of you minus us, okay? But we're here as your coaches and cheerleaders. So number 1, look at this. we're looking at the average per leader in the nation. We take the number of leaders and how many did they sponsor in their team. Gen East number 1, Gen West number 2. Can you believe it? Look at the numbers, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So Gen East with 109 new QNCs, 28% growth over 2022. We also look at growing over last year. They were number 2. Number 2 per leader, Gen West with 85 new, 39% growth. We were number 1 in growth. So, hey, we'll take it. All we see is 1s and 2s. And you know what? All of that is just amazing. You are amazing. The average, okay, I'm going to be super honest, you guys. You've all been with me many, many, many years. We've been doing ranking and reco. Oh my goodness, since I've been in the English market. Here we go. Look at this. The average per region was 165. And look at where you were. And you have a half to 2/3 smaller regions than the rest. Just so you know. Okay. So we got big celebration. We're super stoked. And we have Mary Jo Ryan and Karen Schlitt as our winners for our drawing this month for goal achievement. Congratulations. And here comes another one. I know I hate to say that's my favorite because this one is 2. I know Jackie will agree with me. And that is the number of new leaders. Right, Jack?
My gosh, you guys, look at the numbers.
Serious. We are so close. We were 8 new leaders, new and requalified, and our goal is 10. So I know we can. We are on to rocking it to a 10. So keep going. Don't do things just for a trip. This was all about changing your mindset, your belief, and getting momentum. And you did it. Congratulations, General Market. We always want leaders to understand how many consultants and leaders do we have. So Gen East houses 125 leaders, 3,399 consultants. Our active consultant base in Gen East dropped about 59 consultants, Gen West, 113 leaders, and we have 3,298 to date. We dropped about 41 consultants, okay? So, and I will tell you all this, that's about 60% less, maybe 70% less than all other regions. So together we have 238 amazing men and women like you. And again, thank you for the joy of April and what we saw shifting during the final 4 to 8 weeks. Congratulations. So we're not going to read this, but you can print this, hang it on your refrigerator, post it on your team board, whatever you want to do with this, please do. These are all of the central branch number of orders goals achievers in Gen West. Congratulations by title. Next, we have all of those in Gen East, 73%. That's fabulous. Congratulations. Again, each and every one of you achieving central branch goals for the month. So we honor you. We celebrate you. All right. We're going to go back to one of those other goals. The other goal that we celebrated was sponsoring. So let's take a quick look at our celebration board for our sponsors. All of you with 1, thank you so much, consultants and leaders. But let's take a look. With 2, you see 4 of our fantastic leaders and consultants. With 3, look at that, 2 leaders. With 4, but we get to 5. The power of 5 is our goal, right? This is personal, ladies. This is, and gentlemen, this is not branch. 5 personal QNCs. Michelle Ainsworth, Gail Jamison, and with 6, Helen Wells. So we say congratulations to each and every one of you. But back over in the East Coast, let's take a quick peek. All of you with 1, thank you so much for making a difference in someone's life. All of you with 2, we've got 5 on that success board. 2 again with 3, 1 with 4, and let's take a look. Thank you to all of you with the power of 5. Gloria Denard, Crystal Little, Dia Collins, and Cheryl Sykes, all with 5 personal QNCs. Della James leads the pack with 6. Congratulations to each and every one of you. And to wrap up my segment on success in sales and sponsoring, we want to honor the power of 5 this way. This is now Central Branch. Celebrate this with all of your team members. Please use our slides to cut and paste and copy and paste and to post. The power of 5 is those with 5 in their Central Branch, which we know is our recipe for success. With 5 from Jen West, Gina O'Neill, Sandra Farrington, Helen Wells, Natalie McGilbert, Diana Driggs, Michelle Ainsworth, and Gail Jameson. Look at that. With 7 Michelle and 9 Gail Jameson. I just say, wow, you took that power to another exponential. Let's take a look at Jen East. Janet Coward, Janice Todd, Crystal Little, Della James, Gloria Denard, Jamie Cruz, and Dia Collins, all with 5 and 6. Congratulations, leading the pack. I know she's out there as well. With 8 is great, Cheryl Sykes. Congratulations to all of the exponential sales growth and sponsoring growth you had. Now, I want to just remind you all, you are in month 2. We're almost halfway already. How does this go so fast? To the quarterly bonus. That is 2 personal on average a month, 3 in your central branch by others, and that's the power of 5. So we cheer you on. We want to have record-breaking $500 quarterly bonuses. So put that in your plan and your action and your goals as you're setting your actions and goal plans today during our workshop. All right, Jack, you get to have the pleasure of all the new. Take it away, girl.
I'm so excited because in our Team Growers group, we've been having this party for the whole month so far, but I'm really excited to share it with you all, that we have new manager and promoting manager leader shout outs here to give. So I would love to give a huge, huge congratulations to Carla Montoya, who was promoted by Gail Jameson, who's now a district manager 1. Congratulations. Ashley Pruden is brand new. She joined the last days of March. Okay. She joined the last days of March and she promoted to manager in April. And Janet Cower is now a DM too. Congratulations, friends. Lisa Brown, who's been with us for a long time, promoted to manager for the very first time. And her sponsor and manager is Carol Boyer, who's now a DM too. And welcome back to leadership, guys. This is huge. These are friends who have re-qualified as managers, okay? Chinethia Hewlett with Vicki Hoover, Bertha Logston, who is with Liliana, Norma Perez with Sarah Hipple, Maria Gama, who's with Mary Huckstead, and Shirley Ivory Parker with Gloria. Gosh, we are so proud of you, you guys. This is enormous. This is huge. All new
It is awesome. Congratulations. But there's more leader perks, as we know, as you grow. So let's take a look at who earned more. We've got on the moving up titles that Jackie talked about, bonuses. We love cash bonuses. Janet Cower, first time district manager level 2 by promoting Ashley with a $500 bonus check. Gloria, look at our beautiful Gloria. First time DM1 with a $200 bonus. Congratulations to both of you. And earning the new manager bonus in her first month. We celebrated her last month. Kathy Fawcett promoted with Michelle Hall. Again, in her first month, 5 to go for that $100 bonus. All right, Jack, there's more perks. What are they?
Well, you all know that the district directors get some perks, okay? So when you're working on your vision board, remember to include this, okay? District directors 1, 2, and 3 get monthly car allowance bonuses, okay? $300, $350, and $400. Put that on your vision board. Include it in your vision. Here are the folks that earned these bonuses this month. I'm so excited for all of you because money makes it happen, right? So Vicki got her $600 for her ambassador bonus. Amazing. Mentori and Jamie and Lori and Mary and Phyllis and Natalie and Lisa all grabbed their $350 or $300 bonus. Gosh, it's amazing to be a district director, right? Like what to aspire to. There's just so much to pile on top, and we're so excited for all of you. Okay, but we all have been talking about this like little trip to nowhere for the last couple of months, right? And I would love to hear from some of you amazing leaders who earned this trip. I would love to hear your super top tips for what you did to position yourself as an incentive earner. Okay, I'm going to put a timer on because I know we all love to talk so much and I want to hear from all of you. Okay, so give me like a minute and a half of your best thoughts, your best efforts as a leader, as you were growing teams, as you were working your personal business, what your top tips were for grabbing that incentive. I mean, I could go in order. Is that easiest maybe to manage the wildness? All right. So first on my list, I see Michelle Hall. Come on off and give us your top tip.
Hi there. So thank you. My top tip is to be committed.
I love that. I love that. Say
go all in. Go all in, and as you decide and you focus on it every single day and then every week, the magic happens. That is my top tip.
I love that so much. I love that so much. Commitment is so strong and so passionate and so beautiful. Yay. Thank you. Cheryl, you are next on the group. Go ahead.
Well, mine is never, ever, 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 ever give up. Never give up and do and do tracking. You got to track and you got to track it every day and just never, ever, ever give up.
Yeah, you never know how close you are, right? Oh, I love that so much. Thank you. Who's next on my list? Debbie Yingling, you are next on my list. You have to unmute, my friend. We can't hear your genius.
There we go. I was going to say teamwork makes the dream work. I had from the beginning, as you know, give out these VIP VIP cards.
Yep.
Can't see them. Yeah, VIP cards, postcards. Yep. I'll take a picture and put it in the chat. But I also gave out to some of my clients one that I've been working. Never ever give up. This 50% bonus, and if she shared it with a friend. So I went over to her house and we had a party. I was bent on getting 15 facials and she wouldn't let me touch her face. We did her foot and she had a guest and she didn't want to do the face either. We did her hand and both of them decided they wanted the essential set of the Defy set. So obviously it's cheaper to get the Defy set. So in fact, you guys, they were part of it because we jumped on your meeting with the two ladies there. And they just had a blast. They were having so much fun. So they were the first two QNCs and they got me going and we didn't stop. We ended up getting 4 that month and that was a riot. And we just had a blast and kept going. And so now we'll see what they do. They obviously are wanting to be VIPs because they just thought that's what everybody does. So we're hoping.
It's what everybody does. Perfect.
Yeah, that's it. So teamwork makes the dream work. Even though I used Cheryl's idea and I put a survey out first. Who wants to go to Hawaii? Nobody does. To have fun without me. But they stayed in the background and they piled on the cash that we needed. So we sailed past level 3. Almost did level 4, but I'll take level 3. That was great. So thanks.
Amazing.
Aloha.
Hey. Dia, you are next on my list. Can you share with us what your top tip was?
Sure. First of all, I think I owe Jaffa a big thank you for changing the kits, because that made a big difference for me when I was meeting someone and they loved, one of the sets. It was easy to convert them to joining Jaffa, and that wouldn't have happened with the older kits. So that was the big thing that helped me. For some people who are on the fence for months, years, they want to join, they don't want to join, they go back and forth 100 times. I offered something that I probably wouldn't do all the time, but it was called split the kit. So if they wanted me to, I could give them $100 toward the $200 kit, and then we would split the kit in half, whatever way they chose to do that. And some people took advantage of that. Some of them said they were going to do it, and they decided to keep the whole kit. So that was something that helped me out in April.
Oh, I love that.
What's that?
I love that. That's great.
Oh, yeah, I wouldn't do it all the time because I want them to have the whole point is to have a variety of products to try them, but for people that have been hanging on forever with excuses after excuses. So that was helpful. And then I think the biggest thing for me, because, I had mentioned I've never sponsored 10 people in a year, never mind in 4 months. So 2 of them were indirects and the other 8 were mine directs. But it was a mindset change that I started back in August, September. It was just a whole mindset thing for my business. And I'm sure everyone had the same things, disasters happen.
Yeah,
Someone said
like-
they're going to join and they change their mind. And then you're like, what do you mean you changed your mind? Why'd you change your mind? And, this, all different reasons, things happen, and you start focusing on all that. It's almost, and you can't, because if you think about it, it's all you're going to get, right? So it reminded me of the old thing that we used to say, don't think about pink elephants, and what hops in your head is a pink elephant, right? So how do you get rid of pink elephants? You have to start thinking about blue elephants and green elephants and all this stuff to get rid of the pink elephant. So I wrote a whole bunch of mantras. I wrote all the things that were annoying me that was going on, and I ripped them up and threw them in the garbage. And then I wrote a bunch of positive statements, which we have talked about before, like I attract the right people to my business and all that. I made a whole bunch, put them in my phone, and anytime a negative thing popped in my head, or I was obsessing about something that happened that wasn't helping me reach my goal, I would read my whole list of mantras. And so it just kept, I believe in the universe aligns with what you're doing when you start thinking about all the good stuff that's happening. And it worked. I mean, I really didn't think this was going to happen, because I wasn't committed like a lot of you, like I'm going to do this. It just started falling into place because my mindset changed. So that's my biggest takeaway.
I could
But we'll
cry.
keep going with
mean-
that. That's my goal, to keep going.
Yes, I could cry because I could cry all the time, but like mindset is so powerful.
Mhm.
And you can convince yourself of anything, right? So isn't it just better to convince yourself you're awesome and that you deserve all the great things that come to you,
Yep.
than it is to talk yourself away from that? Like,
Yeah.
heck
And
yeah.
one little last thing. So on Wednesday, I reached level 3. And so I had a discussion with myself. Should I stop and say, I did level 3. Then I looked up the price of an airline ticket from Connecticut. And I went, oh my God, I can't wait, and whether I'll earn it or not, I don't know, but I have to at least give myself the belief that I can try to do it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But at least I can't say, well, stupid you sat there and did nothing, So I kept working and it all worked out.
Yay. Ah,
Same thing, dear.
proud. That's
so
amazing.
cool.
Thank you.
Hey, Gail, can you come unmute and come talk to us for a minute?
Well, a lot of everything that everybody said, but I think what stands out is the mindset. I didn't think I was going to do it. And on my birthday, Carla made a decision to become a leader again. And I was so excited. And within a week, she did it. And that just propelled everything. And holy Moses, I was probably 17,000 away. And I was like, oh my God, how in the heck am I going to do this? But when you think you can, you can. And when you think you can't, you can't. And so it was just like when I went back to when I first became a manager, I put that minimum up there and I just kept subtracting dollars. And little by little, I was like, okay, I'm $3,300 away. Okay, I'm $2,400 away. Who's next? And so that energy is just so contagious. And I had a few sympathy orders, going with my cancer. And, they're like, okay, you need to get there. What can I do to help? So they ordered, but it was like $300 order, a $400 order. And it was just like, I just love my team. I sent out hard copy thank you letters, thank you notes to my people. And I'm just so grateful that it takes a team, and I'm just honored that I have a team, and I'm just get to celebrate with you all. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. You have a big heart. I love it so much. Hey, Pat Clover, can you unmute and talk to us for a minute?
I can.
I know you can, girl.
Hello, everybody. Well, I did tell a lot of everything everyone said, but I can go on. So I just kind of put mine in bullet points so I can just say it.
Yeah.
First of all, I need to say that the first thing I did was to decide to win. That was my mindset. I decided I was going to go to Hawaii. I've been to Hawaii with Jaffa before. My mother took me there the first time I ever went to Hawaii, and I went 3 times. So I was determined I was going to go. I have to thank my dear friend, Helen Wells, because Helen always had a background that showed where her focus was. So thank you, Helen. I put my focus there. Everywhere I went on a Zoom, it was there. I put everywhere in my living room. There are lays all over the place. In the bathroom, it's a message. I drink out of a pineapple So everything was like, I'm going. I will wear my legs. I will wear my moo. So all of that. So the visual, I'm there. Okay. So then I do what I don't really do a lot, and I don't track, but I tracked. I tracked every single day, every morning, every noon, every evening. I knew where I was going. I made a plan. I made a contact list using the Frank list, and I stayed focused, and I was accountable. I made myself accountable to me. So when I didn't do something, I didn't eat some cookies and ice cream at night or something like that. Okay. And then I started planting seeds, right? So, and you plant your seeds, you fertilize your seeds. So my contact list became my seeds. So I planted them, and I told them why. I selected them to call them and to invite them, and then invited them to the meetings that we had for joining Jafra. So then I started watering them, telling them nice things and sending them little gifts. Thanks for listening. Thanks, blah, blah, blah. And then I invited them to take a look. So 15 of them said yes. So that was really exciting. But I also told them why I wanted them on my team. And I usually say our team, but I'm saying, so I told them why. And then I gave them compliments. It was always the compliment. And then correspondence, Jackie, 3 different ways. So Jackie G, always 3 different ways. So I finally did the texting, the emailing, and the personal phone calls. I didn't do the group phone calls. So I gave them those compliments. And then lastly, I just invited them to take a look. And I rewarded them on top of what Jackie and Jackie did with sending gifts. I rewarded them also for doing that. And so my list came, the folks that came in just said yes. And then the last thing I like to share is that it's just, if you were just near me, I talked to you about Jafra. Girl. My goal usually anyway is 2 a month. So I did good. But, I think January was 4. February was 2, it was a short month, and March was 4. And then the rest just went on, and just like at the last minute, just kept on. I'm like, oh. And then my upline manager, Carol, said, and I was late. And so I took a day off. And if I hadn't taken that day off, I may have gotten to level 4. But I am God blessed to be at 3. So that's my share.
I love your share. Thank you so much. Hey, Sandra, can you unmute and come talk to us for just a second?
Sure. Sorry, I'm getting ready for work too. So I poked
great.
myself in the eye with an eyeshadow brush trying to rush. I want to say that it was, for me, believe in myself and believe in my team. I'd never really believed I could earn the trip. And all of a sudden, I was at level 1 and 2, and Jackie told me that, and I'm like, what? And so I went in and looked at the trip qualifications for the first time, and I had the sponsoring for, I believe, 3 levels at that time. And I thought, well, if I have the sponsoring for 3 levels, we need to get moving. And then, I went to California with you all, and it was really crazy because we had this huge room of everybody, our beautiful Hispanic team and our beautiful English team. And I'm always really used to the Hispanic team really going bang, just making everything happen. And Jackie asked for anyone in the room who was earning level 1 to stand up. And I thought I was going to stand up with our English team and all of our Hispanic team. And I stood up, and I was by myself at the moment. And I said, oh, so did I not hear the question right? So that really motivated me. I thought, well, then keep going, girl. And she said, stand up for level 2. So I stood up for that. And then I don't remember if I was at level 3 yet at that point, but I was. Jackie said I was. But yeah, it was just really believing that maybe I really could do this, and I can believe in my team and they can help. It was hard to ask them for help because I didn't want it to seem all about me, but man, they came through, and I just was so grateful. As a team, we did it, and I was just thrilled about that. So believe in yourself, believe in your team.
Heck yeah, I love it. Belief like mindset is so powerful. And I'm so glad you believed in you.
Thank you.
I see a lot of faces of folks who don't have their video on, but did tell me they would like to share today. So I think I see Miss Shirley. And if that's you, Miss Shirley Davis, can you pop off and give us your little 1-minute chatter? I don't know. Yeah, there she is.
Hi, hello
Hey
everyone.
girl, how are you doing?
I'm doing better. I had a slight accident, but other than a black eye, I'm fine.
Goodness. You take care of your body, lady.
Yes, I have to. Yeah. Well, for us, we did it as a team. We have a fantastic leader.
You sure do.
Yeah, and she just said you have to make it, put it in your mind that you want to go. And I guess I did. Not only did I put it in my mind, I put it in a couple of other people's mind too, like Nina. And I told Nina, you got to go to bed thinking Jaffra and wake up thinking Jaffra. So
yeah,
you just have to stay focused. And that's what we did. We all stayed focused. And we worked together as a team. And we were like the Marines. We didn't leave anybody behind.
that's right. Your whole team worked together and brought everyone across the finish line together.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
So
and now
I
you
just
all get to go to Hawaii together.
Yes, I just want to shout out the Rejoice District because I love each and every one of them, and we're going to be there together.
Yay! Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you.
I want to hear from another member of the Rejoice team. Miss Cecilia, can you hear me? Can you pop off for a second? There she is. Hey, girl.
Hello. Okay. Well, everything everyone has said so far, I agree with. You have to make that decision. You have to commit to it. You have to make a plan. You have to be able to revise that plan as necessary. And the other thing is you need to find a partner that's going to keep you accountable. You know, you have to be accountable to yourself, but you need somebody also that's going to keep you accountable. Yeah. And I always have a partner like that, even though that partner is not necessarily on my team in my, in my region, in my district. But I do have a new consultant that at the last minute, I noticed, she only came on board, I believe in January, but she was a consultant years ago, but she came back. And she had earned level 1, and then she had just went to Hawaii last year for her birthday, so it hadn't even been an entire year. But like Mentori said, going to Hawaii on your own dime is not the same as going to Hawaii when Jaffra sends you there. So right. I did talk to her again. She got excited about that again. And so she decided that she was going to, even though we only had like a week and a half left to qualify, she decided she was going to go from level 1 to level 3. And she worked it, and my intent was only to do level 3 to get to Hawaii. And as things started falling into place, and I started, just looking at all the people in the Rejoice District that were committed and that had won the trip and were still winning the trip, and we were constantly still encouraging and uplifting each other. 2 days, less than 2 days, I looked and I was so close to level 4, it was not even on my horizon at all. But things just start falling into place. And I'm the type of person, I only ask for help when I absolutely cannot do without. And again, Rejoice District, our fearless leader Mentori always comes through. She is there for all of us. And I crossed the finish line. So
you sure did. Thank you so much for sharing with us. You all banded together in such a really beautiful way that it just makes my heart sing to see you all working together. It's like gorgeous. And getting my arms around all of you and being able to cheer along with you in person was so powerful. And I just, I can't even. And I'm wondering if your fearless leader can come off mute for a second if she's feeling up to it and give us her very top tip, Miss Mentori. Are you available, my friend? There she is. Can you hear it? Oh, you need to unmute, friend.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
There you
I'm
are.
reading my mail here. I just picked up my mom from the airport, and my arm is sore. I was hit by a car not too long ago, so I'm trying to adjust the screen. Give me a second here.
You're all right. I
Okay.
need all of you to take care of your bodies, please.
Yeah, well, this arm is just moving a little slow. That's all. Hello, everybody. First of all, and I know you asked everyone to share just one tip, and I'll share just one thought. Soon as Jaffa announced a promotion, in particular Hawaii or any promotion, the first thing we have to get in our mind is, who am I going to bless? So it's not about me earning a trip, it's who am I going to bless to take along with me? Who am I going to bless to join this business? Who am I going to bless to introduce this product to? It's about who I'm going to bless, because when I bless others, others get blessed and the blessing flows. So it's all about giving and who do I know that they know, and on and on and on. So the first thing I do with my consultant is gather up the team, because Jaffa's trips are designed, believe it or not, they're designed to help each other. You cannot win the trip on your own. It's not designed that way. Jaffa's, I've always, anytime Jaffa has a trip, I immediately look to see, even the conference, I said, when they announce where conference is, okay, who's going? It's about who, it's not about me. And as soon as you start thinking we, the whole world opens up to you. So who is going to join me? Who's going to earn this trip? Who's going to conference? Who's going to earn this tablecloth? It's about who am I going to, I'm a blessing to somebody if I encourage them to join the business. I'll earn a tablecloth, but they're going to earn a business. So it's always about, you think about we, and the whole world opens up to you. So as a consultant, so when I approached my consultants and we had our first meeting of the year in January, we did one live actually, but we did it online first. I gathered up the whole district and I said, who wants to go to Hawaii? Not who think they can earn Hawaii. I just need to know who wants to go. Do you really want to go? Have you been before? Some have never been, some have been, but you've never been the way Jaffa style trip. I just want to know who wants to go. If you want to go, I promise you, if you're willing to work to 3 o'clock in the morning, April 30th, you will win it. So it's about creating the mindset of who wants to go. And we have the team put together, because it's about we, because once we decide we are going and you're committed to work until 3 o'clock in the morning, April 30th, the next thing is don't look at the resources you have, because you'll limit yourself. Because when you make the decision, the world opens up and everybody becomes your business partner that'll help you support your vision. So that's what I'm going to share.
That's my
not
favorite.
About me, it's about we.
That's my favorite part about you, is that you never, ever, ever take the credit. You always push it out to your people and always push it out to your team. They did the work, they did the beautiful
Exactly.
things. And it is all about building that community with you. And that just slays me. I'm so happy for you guys.
And Mentori, was it 19 achievers in your
Yes.
district?
Yes, it's 19 of them. Every one of my
Unreal.
managers earned Hawaii. About 2/3 of them won land and air as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so all of my managers won. Every consultant won land and air, but most of several of the managers did too as well. So, like I said, it's a team effort. As soon as you gather your team together and consultant, because they have to identify what consultants in your branch would love to go. Not look at who can see what. Matter of fact, 2 of the ladies just joined Jaffa this year, so they didn't even have the clientele. I said, but do you want to go? That's my question. Do you want? One said, oh, I want to go. But do you really want to go? Yes, I want to go. Now I can work with you. You made up your mind. Now I can work with you. Let's go. And it's on and popping after that. Oh.
Oh, I love it so much. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom with us. I
And some of them
appreciate it.
didn't even come around until the last week, because I also told them there will come to a point where you're going to get to the fork in the road. It's going to happen right about 2 or 3 weeks into April. You're going to say, the numbers aren't there, the consultant is there. I'm going to go for it. I'm not going to go for it. I said, you will reach that point. And at that point, that's when you can decide you're going for it. If you go for it, you will win it. If you don't go for it, you won't win it. It's up to you. But you will come across that fork in the road. For us, it happened to be the last week. We had 1 week left, and these people were popping out everywhere. I want to go. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I had to check numbers, redo them a day list. Okay, here's your plan of action and what you need to do. And they all follow it because they know I'm the bean counter. I give them a plan up front, but it has to be adjusted along the way for everyone. When I give them the plan, they do what's necessary to get there, as long as I map it out for them. Because they trust me. I've done this too many times. I won the very first trip in 1982 when we went to Oahu the very first time in 82. I've done this too many times before. I know what I'm talking about. Trust me.
Yeah, you have the recipe for success, yo. Listen to mama.
Every trip I want to take consultants with me on every trip. I don't want to go anywhere by myself, and I explain that to them. It is not about, I don't want to be on the island and none of you are there. No,
it's no fun without y'all.
That's no fun. It's no fun. We all have to be there.
Yes. I love it so much. I can't even. I love it so much. Also, I could cry because it's all I do, but like 19 of you and everybody just popping out at the last minute. Like, it was so exciting to watch the entire district just shine. It was beautiful.
Well, they love each other, like to be with each other. We have a great team of I have a fantastic team of leaders around me. I say this all the time. I have some smart women around me. I just pull it all together. Just to glue and put it all together.
Yeah, you do.
Well, congratulations, Rejoice District, top in the nation, just incredible. And that's leadership. So I think Debbie Yingling put in the chat, I see an ambassador in the making. It's like, oh yeah, Vicky's not going to be alone much longer. So Mentori, we rejoice in you and teaching us all the joy of being a leader, because that's what that is all about. So thank you so very much. Jack, did you get everybody on their yes, I want to share list?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm looking through. I think I got everybody that said yes to me.
Wonderful.
Sarah, you didn't say yes to me, but you can absolutely please share with me.
Well, we have Sarah, we have Helen, we have Michelle, we have Gloria. So we're going to give you all just a 30-second pop in.
A hot spot.
Okay, so go for it if you want to open mic and share.
I'll share first.
Thank you. Go for it.
Number one is, once I made the decision, which was probably halfway through, that I just said, I'm earning the trip. I wouldn't let the negatives come in, the doubts. I just kept telling myself, I'm going to earn the trip. I told people I'm earning a trip to Hawaii with Jafra. The promotions that Jafra had, the 1.5s, really gave me the step up to go, this is possible. So once I had the sponsoring, I'm like, okay. And same with the sales, and of course, checking my numbers. And then I did the last minute, and I really wasn't sharing with my district. I want to be like you, Mentori, when I grow up. But I did an Aloha incentive. And I did a growing Jafra gift bag, and I did all the things you guys tell us to focus on your VIPs and do all the things we should be doing. But that last minute, and I was in Colorado visiting my daughters and grandchildren. I was extremely ill, but I worked up until the numbers came through, and I, instead of midnight, it was 1 a.m. over there. But yeah, it happened, and I'm excited. Woohoo! And yeah, so, and when I told people, I said, hey, I just earned a trip to Hawaii. It really perks their ears, and it definitely has gotten the ball rolling forward. So super excited to be with all of you in Hawaii. So does this mean we're definitely going?
We have no officials.
Okay.
Not a report in sight, not a joke. So
Well,
we'll let you
I'm
know.
going.
But
I'm
we're
going.
gonna listen to you anyway because we have positivity atmosphere, right? So we
Yes.
just believe. So thank you, sir. We got to keep going. So thank you for that. Helen, you want to pop open, girl?
Yes, I will. Okay, so my story's really different from yours, okay? Because when it came out, I thought, oh, I can't do this. And Jackie broke it down. Jackie, thank you. You were honestly, you had me in your pocket the whole way. I don't think I would have won this trip without all of you, without you, seriously. Believe, but if you don't have that belief, you got to make yourself believe. And in front of my desk, I have a picture of Hawaii, and then I could do it. And then when Jaffer, like Sarah said, Jaffer came out and we could have double sponsoring, I thought, oh, I can do this. And then my sales, oh my gosh, my sales were so high that I needed to do this for our district. And I have to tell you, we won in the last 9 hours. It was like, I think 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and I still needed $3,000. And all of a sudden there was $3,000 there. And I thought, oh, I can do this. I can do this. But I needed 2 more sponsors. And, you know, I don't give up on former people. I always call them. I ask them if they want to always use Jaffer. Well, I just don't want to sell it. So I tell them, okay, you can order from me. So I thought, what am I going to do? So I called several people and they all told me, well, Helen, I don't get paid till the 1st. I thought, okay. So then the last 2 people I called, they said, I don't get paid till the 1st. I said, okay. So what if I pay for this? Can you honestly Zelle me back the money on the 1st? And they said, yes. Oh my gosh, you guys, I got all this money into my account. But we won the trip. And I think, Cheryl, what you said, you know, never give up. And although I had kind of given up, in the back of my mind, subconsciously, I hadn't given up. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for letting me share. Thank you, Jackie. Honest, Jackie. She kept saying, Helen, you can do this. Break this down. It isn't that big. And so, you know, honestly, I just consistently build my business, and I do personals because of my life here. And I just kept doing personals. So yeah, here we are.
Congratulations. Thank you. All right, let's see. We have Gloria and Michelle, right?
Yeah.
And Michelle. All right. So Michelle, you're waving. Take it away, girl. And then we'll go to Gloria.
So I just want to really say the same thing as Helen just said, Jackie. I couldn't, my sales had to be within 2,000 to get to level 3. It was only a $6,000 difference. So I had to get the sales almost before I had to get the sponsoring, because we have a manager, and it's going to make me cry, but she isn't under me, but she has been with me on every trip and everything. But she, her branch came through and started to help me. I did call and help and asked, you know, everybody in the whole branch and that. So I'm, you know, our whole group here in Utah has been trying to help her and everybody in the nation. But anyways, she came around, her branch came around and helped. And I just started calling all of my people, same thing as, and I had to have like, I think it was 40 something orders that I had to have. And I emailed, I used, I think it was Michelle Hall's thing, gave away a mask. I can't remember who made that up, but it worked. And then, you know, Jaffer helping us with the double sales. I didn't do the sponsoring in the double. That I was just like everybody else. I'm thinking I can't do it. My sales are way too high for me and this group to do it. Anyway, I ended up just starting to call everybody and this and that, and it ended up working. And I, at the end, same thing. I said to my consultants, who can help at the end for the sponsoring. And the sales just kept coming in because I had done the calls, I had done the stuff with me. And then I ended up having my son, who has been in Jaffa for a little while, but he had 2 people that actually, one was his friend and his wife, and they just signed up and said that they have been using Jaffa stuff, so they wanted to get it for half. So anyway, I just kept working it, but it was kind of a crazy thing. But the mindset, everybody said the exact same things as me. The royal jellies helped me. to go back on the formers, that a lot of stuff that was all just a big thing. But thank you so much, Jafra, for everything you do. And Jackie, thank you very, very much. So hopefully
Congratulations. Go ahead.
we get to go. So
So that's right. That's right. So Gloria, can you unmute, girl? We want to hear from you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay. Good evening, everyone. I'll just keep mine short. It is a mindset, pretty much what everyone else says. And I know teamwork make the dream work. That is so true. But my hat goes off. First, I give honor to God, who made it possible, put the right people in our lives. Mentoring, Shirley Ivory, and the rest of my Jaffa sisters who rallied around, and we all encouraged one another. True, I'm going to admit, I was one of the one who waited a week before to start working. Yes, and I'm gonna admit that. And I got a couple parties coming up, and I'm gonna tell them how the story came about. Once you make up your mind, there's no stopping what you can do. And I just like to say, thank everyone. Hopefully I made the trip. I mean, being chosen to go. And not only that happened, Shirley and I was working so hard. I became a DM and Shirley became a manager. Neither one of us was thinking about that. We were just thinking about getting the sales, getting the people sponsored, and that was it. And so, but anyway, it turned out good. So, but anyway, I'm glad. I'm happy. And I'm proud of myself. And I'm gonna keep on working. And I can't hardly wait to get to conference. So I can be on stage for something.
Well, we are so proud of each and every one of you. Oh my goodness. I don't think we missed anyone. I looked across the screen.
So.
Okay. So what an Empower Hour. What an incredible 4 months. What an incredible 2023 game changer. Let's not even talk about pandemic anymore. It's over, and you changed the world and your beliefs of every single person here today and listening to the recording. Thank you so much for who you are and the joy you bring to each and every one of us. And we are waiting for those beach babe pictures, man. We can't wait. But I love what Gloria said. We got to get to convention first, right? So we will be doing all of the Hawaii announcements. We'll have that recognition this week. We will do that on our regional celebration next Tuesday. We'll have the official. So make sure you bring your teams to celebrate you. We'll hear from some of our first-time new managers there as well. We just had to pause after all the hard work we saw you all doing and just listen to you today. So thank you all for sharing. Congratulations. And again, we salute you all. Aloha, and thank you for who you are. This ends part 1, and we're going to roll right into part 2. Thank you.